Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Love Talk Show is on air, and pay attention, stand for heal, because today we have your pastor here in the studio, Pastor Matthew and his wife Toya, that are going to share with us a little bit of their love story.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you talking about intelligent love. And our couples always share something related to intelligent love since the beginning till the end, and to come, the years to come, intelligent love all the time.
Well, I would like to ask you, because Pastor Matthew was saying, it's my third time here, Pastor. Huh?
I didn't know. We were not here before.
What do you think? Should he stay or should he go? Tell us, please, if he should stay here or he should go.
There's always something new. We are here every day. We always have something new to share. Why shouldn't he stay?
Even the person who is working with us, it's new. Imagine.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not a deer. So when something happens, he's not a deer anymore. He might be watching us.
For those who don't know, it's Brian. Okay.
Oh, now they know.
It's Brian. Huh? Well, we are going to have the love therapy tomorrow, and it's a very important seminar where you are going to bring the book, the notebook where you wrote your problems, you wrote your disappointments, you wrote the darkness or the bad stories that were happening in your love life, your marriage, your frustrations, the relationships that were not going well. And you left the second part of this notebook in blank because you want God to write a new story in your life. And Andrea, we invite everyone who is watching us at this very moment, if they were not in the previous love therapy, to prepare. Obviously, if they want, it's not a must, but if you want, they can prepare a book, a notebook, and bring it, because Bishop will have a moment in the service where he's going to cry out on behalf of divine justice.
Do you know, when you think about your past and everything comes into your mind, everything comes up here, the bad moments, the sufferings, all the disappointments that you went through, so put it on the paper, put it on a notebook and bring it with you. Why? For us to cry together? No. For us to cry out together, because God will rewrite your story, and He will rewrite a new beginning for your love life. Believe that.
Well, let's now watch a little bit of what people are commenting when they are coming out of the love therapy seminar, and then we are coming back talking with Pastor Matthew and his wife.
From attending a love therapy seminar today, what really stood out to you?
I think what stood out to me was knowing that if I get into a relationship, I need to get into a relationship with someone that's born of God. Because if not, and I even see signs that this person is not born of God, then I'm going to get married to this person and the marriage will be a complete disaster. Even if I see signs as well, I need to be able to trust in God and trust that what God is going to do or what God wants to do is the right thing. So if I see that this person is not born of God, even from the signs, I should be like, okay, cool, God, I see this, and you're even telling me this is not right. I should be able to let go and know that, okay, cool, God, you did this for a reason. But that was the main thing that I took today.
And growing up, did you ever have like a good example when it came to love life in your family?
I think for me, there was never really a good example. There were examples, but in my main household, there wasn't a good example. So I used to think, okay, cool, this is how relationships are. This is how the procedure is. And there's no other way in a relationship.
And what would you say to someone that maybe they're hesitant about coming to the love therapy, they don't really like coming to the love therapy? What would you say to encourage them to begin coming, to begin investing?
I think one thing that I would say is come to love therapy, first of all, for yourself. Not to come and say, okay, cool, I'm coming to find someone. No, but to come for yourself. The first person that you're in a relationship with is God. So use a love therapy to invest in your relationship with God before you get into a relationship with someone else. Because how you are with God is how you'll be with that person.
And have you ever attended any of the events done by the love therapy before? And if yes, which one was your favorite?
I haven't actually yet. So the love walk will be my first.
So what would you say your expectations are when it comes to the upcoming love walk?
I'll be so honest. I don't really know what my expectations are. I know that it's going to be good, even though like it's my first time. I know that from something there, something will bless me, whether it's the word, the message, or even speaking to someone.
Assistant Ignatius, I just found out that he is your son.
Miss
Huh?
Apollonia, where are you?
Just find out. Let me see. I send a message to your mom today. I send a message, but
Feeling
I didn't
better?
know. I didn't know if she was. I don't know if she replied me yet. Well, I don't know. Well. So, Andrea, people are responding or answering. I don't know if they want Pastor Matthew here or not.
My working too. Stanford Hill. Oh, I don't understand why Stanford Hill today is connected. Of course they are connected. Their pastor is here, is in the house. Felicia from Stanford Hill. We have Manchester also connected. We have Jamal connected. JC from Stanford Hill, of course. Joyce from Stanford Hill, and Pascal from the same branch, of course. We have Sinaida. Sinaida? Sinaida from Stanford Hill. But we also have Finsbury Park, of course. Representing Finsbury Park, we have Seven Kings, Faith, Croydon, represented by Bettina. We also have Jackie from Ipswich. Again, Stanford Hill through Jackie. Good evening. We have Infred also, Winfred from Stanford Hill. We also have Kilburn connected. Good evening, Kilburn. Theresa. We have Lozels. Hello, Viola from Lozels. JC, the hill is on fire. Is it? Let's see. Stay tuned. Connected is Sarah also, and Plasto is represented by Daniela. We have Manchester through Nisi and someone from Stanford Hill, also Felicia. Yes, she's the one. Power, Suma from Stanford Hill.
Yes.
She says power. Plasto is also connected through Hortensia. We have Acne through Clive. We have Croydon represented by Rianne also. Mark from Croydon. Hello, Mark. It's your first time here, or at least first time saying hi. You are more than welcome here. Yes. Stay. Bettina says stay. Of course they stay. They are here already. JC staying. Stay. Everyone is saying please stay. I've never heard their love story, says Chego. And we have Peterborough also connected. Good evening, Peterborough. Liverpool through Sheila. We have, I've never heard their story before. Yeah, I've never heard your story before. So stay. We have Alex from Finsbury Park. We have also Amy from Kilburn. We have so many people also from, again, Stanford Hill. Why? Desreen from Stanford Hill. Mirembi from Acne is also connected. Anita from where?
Stanford Hill.
We have Tara from Plasto. Evelyn is representing Kilburn, is saying connected and ready for the love story. We always learn so much with these love stories. We have more. Do you want me to continue?
Hey, I think we have to go to the interview, otherwise.
Okay. Desiree.
Yeah, we have here
Manchester
saying,
City.
yes, please, it's a blessing to hear about the experience from the men and women of God.
Amen.
Please stay. I want to hear the story, says Joanna from Wolverhampton. So, yes.
We have Keisha from
You
where?
have to stay now.
Anna from where? Sharon from where?
So, if you know someone who wants to succeed in love life, who wants to reach a goal, please send them a message. Send the link of radio, libertyradio.co.uk, for them to follow here, to watch what Matthew and his wife will share with us. So, for how long are you attending Universal Church?
For me,
Yeah.
20 years.
20 years. And you?
Be 13 years.
13 years. So, Matthew, starting with you, how was before church?
So, before coming to church, so my parents, they were very, loving in a way. but not towards themselves, because they would always have fights in their relationship. So the marriage was not there really. So I witnessed them fighting literally almost every day. So the image that I had for marriage was distorted because of what I was seeing. So I mean, I saw my dad being very aggressive. And then the thing about it is that they will only do this when they were at home. So on the street, if they were to go out, they will pretend that they were happy. So we'll be holding hands and all of these things. But then at home, things were not really what they portrayed to be outside.
So this is how you came.
Basically, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
So when I came church, I was 15, 16.
15, 16.
Because they found the church first. It was
Yes.
actually because of their change that I then started also wanting to come to church.
And what kind of impact has this upon a young man? As you were at the time, seeing the family in this condition, what kind of impact this has within you, even emotionally, spiritually, as a person?
Yeah, it affected me in every single area. So first and foremost, I grew up to be that very angry young man, because I was angry towards my dad, the way he was treating us, because it wasn't just my mum, because he was also being violent towards us. So I grew up angry. I also started doing the same thing to those who were around me, so females. Before, I used to say I will never be like my dad. But then as I was growing up, I was becoming exactly like him.
You just did what you learned.
Basically.
Yeah.
So I was very angry, so I would get into fights at school. Fight anyone that tries to, even just a simple joke.
Yeah.
Things will
So
kick off.
just summarizing, how are your parents today?
Oh, today they're very much blessed, serving God as well, assistance, because eventually they found God, they changed. It was actually because of my dad's change that I was inspired to then say, now I need to fight for this change for myself, because my dad was like a monster before us, basically.
My goodness. And in your case, how long are you attending? I forgot.
12 years.
12
I
years.
just did the
12 years.
calculations, yes.
How was before the church?
So before I came to the church, I grew up in a single parent household. My parents got divorced when I was quite young, so around 5. But I witnessed abuse in my house. So my dad was physically abusive to my mum, to the point that he put her in hospital a few times. But my parents, my mum tried her very best to be strong in the house, trying to keep the family together. But obviously when a woman goes for abuse, there's always an impact. And that impact on her was that she was very angry towards us, and we never had a relationship. So I grew up not having a relationship with my father, because he left us when I was about 5, 6. I used to see him occasionally on the weekends, but it got to a point where he no longer had contact with us. And my mum, she was just a very angry woman, dealing with the trauma of abuse, but not in a very good way. So she wasn't very loving towards us, even though she tried her very best. So I grew up feeling pretty much alone at home. So I didn't have that love, that affection from my mother, nor from my father. So I sought it outside. And then I got into my first relationship, and this guy became my world. He became my everything.
How old were you, Toya?
I was 15 at the time.
Very young.
And but I ended up being raped by him. And then that left a mark inside of me, and I became very, very traumatized. I lost my identity, didn't know who I was anymore. I was a very angry person, very angry with life. I didn't want to live anymore. And I also had thoughts that I would never be happily married. That thought was quite strong inside of my mind, that I would never be happily married.
And how old were you when you started coming?
I was 18 going on 19 when I came to the church.
19. Andrea, I can imagine I was listening to her story too, both stories, but in her case, imagine she's already coming from a house where the father was being that type of father who was mistreating a mother and disrespecting. There was already traumas because mom, because of the frustrations, the emotions, end up getting angry.
Yes.
You try to find a way out to finding someone, this person will make me happy, and then I see in that relationship the mirror of what is going on inside of my house. So it's not difficult to understand why a person loses identity, hope, energy, and even young, has no perspective for future and couldn't see even in a good picture a good wedding or a good marriage.
Toya is sharing a story with us, and nowadays she overcame, and that's why she's able to be here, to stand here and talk to us about that. If you are going through the same situation, if you relate with Toya's story, it's not the end for you. Don't make decisions. Don't rush into relationships. Don't seek for support or for love in people, in men, because you will end up suffering even more less. It was her case. So stay tuned, listen to Toya's story and to her testimony, because there's a way out for you also.
And Andrea, I think it's important, usually don't speak about it, but it's important to display the helpline number.
Yes.
Because if anyone is going through any problem at this very moment, or you are related with anything that you are listening here, you can even give a call to the helpline. On the other side of the line, there will be a person. It's not a machine, it's not a robot. You will be a person who will understand your pain. He will understand what you are going through, and they will help you. And that's why it's so important, the love therapy. Each testimony that we are bringing here reminds us how important the love therapy is, because it's in the love therapy that you are healing yourself from these wounds, from these traumas, from these disappointments. You are getting tools and receiving tools that will make you able to fight against this suffering that is happening in your life or in your family or in your love life or with someone that you love so much. Well, if you are here today, you are married, you could overcome this. How old were you when you could put an end to all these traumas, all this darkness that was coming from your past?
It was within the year that I came to the church. So when I came to the church, I there was something different about the church. There was something that impacted me the moment I came inside of the church. And when I heard about God and who God is, I understood that everything that I had gone through was going to be a testimony. And I understood that the love that I was searching for needed to come from God. So once I started to practice everything that I was hearing regarding forgiveness, letting go of my past, understanding that all that has happened to me is going to turn out to be for God's glory, to glorify Him, I started seeing changes as I started to practice what I was hearing here when I was coming to the church. So within the year, God really transformed me from inside out. He started healing me from within, healing the way that I saw myself, because that was a really big thing. I really had negative eyes towards myself. I didn't believe much in myself. And as He was changing me from within, then things started to flourish from the outside.
Yeah. And just a quick question: were you baptized with the Holy Spirit in between these 1 year?
Yes, in that first year I was baptized with the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's important to say as well that she didn't come from like a religious background, so she couldn't call herself Christian.
Yeah.
I think you lean more to Islam because that's what your dad was trying to.
Yeah, my dad was trying to enforce Islam.
So everything was new to her when she came church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got delivered. You also got delivered. The example of your parents brought you to the church. How old were you when you got baptized with the Holy Spirit?
When I was baptized with the Holy Spirit, I was 17, 18.
17, 18 years old.
Yes, Pastor.
So let's go straight to the point now, because we are talking, it's the Love Talk Show. So we want to talk about the love therapy. Where do you fit here, the love therapy? When did you start doing the love therapy?
Well, in my case, I would say pretty much when I started coming to the church.
Mm-hmm.
So back then it used to be on a Saturday. So we were already being taught in the youth group the importance of our love life. So I've always taken that area very, very seriously. So ever since I came to the church, I never messed around with my love life. I wasn't playing around. So I've always taken it seriously. So I would say since I started understanding, I've always attended the love therapy.
Matthew, think about the teaching that you received in love therapy that has impacted you the most. I will ask you later on.
Right.
Okay.
And how is the love therapy, where you fit the love therapy there?
Same as well. So I think not long after I received the Holy Spirit, and then I understood the importance of investing in my love life. So I started coming as well, same time, the Saturdays. It used to be on Saturday. And I would come every Saturday, participate, do my chains of prayer, praying for my love life and investing.
Also think about this. What was the message that had a big impact in your life? Do you remember already?
Yes, yes.
What was the...
So I remember there was one where the pastor at the time, he was specifically speaking to the young people who were there. And he was kind of saying like, the future of your love life starts now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just be there sitting down, hoping that things are going to get better, or you're going to get married, you're going to be happily married. You need to start investing on it now. And that word stuck with me. Why? Because I then started understanding that I can't be making mistakes. Because if I keep making mistakes now, it's going to impact me in the long run. So I decided to then say, you know what, God, I'm going to keep myself focused. And even if there's going to be distractions, I wasn't going to give into it. So that helped me to understand. And that's why I'm here today. Because had I not listened to that teaching, I wouldn't be here today.
And in your case?
There's been many lessons we've learned from the love therapy, but I would say something overall is about when I was single, I would put into practice the messages that I would hear. Even though I wasn't in a relationship, but I had relationships around me. So the relationships that I had, I will put into practice what I heard in the love therapy, the importance of investing in myself, the importance of caring for another person. I will put those things into practice. So when I did get married, I was able to better in those lessons.
What
I learned.
did you take part ever from the love walk?
Yeah. We did our first love walk in 2019.
2019. It was the first one.
2019, first one.
That picture is from that love walk.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
2019.
First one. Was it 2019? Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 2019. That was our first.
Well,
ever
talking
love walk.
about the love walk, I would like to share this video talking about the love walk, and then we are coming back with a couple here.
A park full of smiles, hands held and hearts beating to the same rhythm. This is what the Love Walk 2025 will be like. The perfect setting to celebrate love in a unique way. It is more than an event. It is an invitation to live love with attitude. For couples, an opportunity to reconnect, talk and strengthen what brought them together in the first place. For singles, moments of relaxation and interaction that can be the beginning of a new story. Bring your kit, put on your t-shirt and walk with us. Get ready for a light, memorable and meaningful afternoon. Take this step for your relationship, for your faith, for you. The Love Walk 2025 at Kennington Park, 30th August at 1 p.m. Because loving is a choice and walking together is a decision.
Well, it will be on the 30th of August 1 p.m. at Kennington Park. Matthew and his wife, they've done the first one in 2019, and we are going to have the next one on the 30th of August, 1 p.m. Kennington Park. Single, married, widow,
Complicated.
divorced. We have been using this word complicated. Don't worry, you can come. You will learn what intelligent love is all about.
So we have more people connected. Everyone, Woolwich Royals through Levi, and we have, let me see, Stanford Hill. Something new here. And we have Javincia also from Stanford Hill. We have Manchester also through Victory, and Wolverhampton is connected through Joanna. We have Kian from Stanford Hill. And we have also Luton. Noshi is connected. Gabby representing Finsbury Park. Jersey is also represented today by Natalie. Good evening, Natalie. And we have Callum from Stanford Hill. We have Maria. Hello, Maria from Manchester. We have also Suma from Stanford Hill. We have Tara Williams from Plasto, and Stanford Hill from Stanford Hill, Selena. Stanford Hill from Stanford Hill, Selena. Lila's. Do we say Lila's?
Lila. Yeah.
Stanford Hill. We have Lisa from Kilburn. Good evening. Wolverhampton is in the house also. Good evening. So we have a family connected from Edmonton. Mary, Samuel, Mrs. Pauline, and Mr. Neville from Edmonton. Good evening, family. Yes, please. It's a blessing to hear. Ricardo read this one. Please stay. Stanford Hill through Shia.
My goodness,
Shia?
You are still there?
Yeah. Moyo.
We cannot read them all. I'm sorry, today is not possible.
We have Cape Town, South Africa connected. Hello, everyone. Anna Helvers from Peterborough. And Latoya from Brighton.
Okay, we will try to read them all. Someone is saying here the voice is echoing. Is it fixed? Okay. Well, we are listening here, Matthew and his wife's love story. So you start doing the love therapy. So when did you meet for the very first time? Who took the first step?
All right. So the very first time.
How was it? Because it's what they want to know.
Okay. So we met through a referral. So it was 2019 actually. And it's important to say that we were both previously in relationships.
Okay.
That didn't work out. It wasn't the will of God. And not long after, in my case, when that relationship ended, I've always trusted in God, and I was doing my purposes because I was already on the altar. And then there was a specific Wednesday where I was tired of just, praying and not seeing results. So as we say in church, I got revolted. So I was very indignant about the situation. So I remember I went to the altar that Wednesday, and I said, God, I don't know what you're going to do, but you have to do something. Because it's important to say as well that at that time I was already 12 years in the work of God. 12 years in the work of God. So,
12 years as an
auxiliary pastor. Yeah.
Auxiliary pastor, single.
Yeah. So I was already 12 years, and I was thinking to myself, like, God, you need to do something. And that's when I went to the altar. I was in our branch in Woolwich at the time. I still remember I was taking care of the church there that time. And I went there to the altar. At the time it was special work. I went there to the altar, and I determined, God, it was going to be this week. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how, but I need answers. You know where she is. I don't know where she is. Prior to that, me and her never spoke like that, other than just hello, hi.
Different branches or same branch?
Yeah, so she's from Brixton originally, and I'm from Finsbury Park.
Okay.
So I saw her around
it's
like
not
years
that
ago.
far.
Yeah, years ago.
They have cases here. Really
but the
far.
thing is, I saw her around. This was, I think, when she was converting. This was 2016. And then that same year, I was transferred to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So-
an assistant by then.
Oh yeah, so she was an assistant by then. So I was transferred to Africa.
Nothing happened.
No, I didn't. There was nothing going on.
Didn't notice her.
No, not
No.
really. I saw her, but there was nothing like.
Yeah.
Oh, so I went. So I was sent to Africa. I spent just over 2 years there. Came back. When I came back, I was in a relationship which didn't work out, and that's when it led then to this point where I was using my faith, revolted, and then. But I do remember when the relationship ended. The bishop at the time told me that he was going to obviously be looking out to see if there's anyone for me. So I trusted in that. But then time was passing and then I wasn't seeing anything or hearing anything. That's when I decided to use my faith. So that Wednesday that I went to the altar, it was the Wednesday that Bishop then decided to call me. I remember that call. I even thought I was in trouble, maybe. I don't know why. Because it was very odd. Finished the service and then the pastor at the time, Pastor, can I mention names?
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
Pastor Renato called me because he was here at the time. Said, "Oh, you need to come back to Finsbury Park quickly." And I was thinking, "Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? Because this never happens." So then I came. It was literally.
You were revolted.
Yeah.
And when the
This is what you do.
when the answer comes, what have I done?
Exactly.
I want to say something here, that the indignation of a man of God goes always to the altar and surrenders it into the hands of God, and always we always say, let it be according to your will.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And
So-
we are never revolted against someone. Oh,
No.
he promised this,
No.
that promised that.
No.
It's with God on
The altar.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I did. So that was the Wednesday that I was first introduced to my wife now. So it was actually outside of the studio. It was right there that Bishop came.
Good memories.
Yeah,
Did you bring?
I will never forget that that day. So he called me up. I came here because he just finished doing the Be Inspired. So I waited for him outside the studio. And then he came and said, and then, so how's everything? I said, oh, good, Bishop. And then he just said, I found her. In my mind, I'm thinking, huh? And then he pulled out his phone and then showed me her picture. But instantly in that moment, as soon as I saw her picture, there was this certainty inside of me. I haven't spoken to her yet. We haven't spoken up until that point. But there was the certainty that, yes, I finally found her. Yeah, she's the one.
Yeah.
And I
It's the
remember even
confirmation that
exactly
comes from God.
Exactly. I remember even leaving after Bishop spoke to me and everything that he's gonna introduce
It's
us.
important to say it's not butterflies, it's not an emotion,
I
it's
was
not
certain.
crying,
It's
it's not
certainty.
laughing, it's a certainty
An
that brings
assurance.
peace.
Yeah, literally. And I never had that before, you know. And I remember even going up to the quarters, you know, like kind of, yes, like happy.
Were you
I found
able
her.
to sleep that night?
I couldn't. I was thinking.
I wouldn't. Oh.
Yeah,
And in
thinking.
your case,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
because I guess that he called you or he
Oh,
spoke
No,
to
he
you.
was
no.
So the next day, so Bishop said, okay, so next day, you guys are gonna, Pastor Renato is gonna arrange it, and then you guys are gonna meet for the first time.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I was thinking about the whole night. So how's
Yeah.
it gonna be?
Oh my.
What am I gonna say? But she
Had
surprisingly
no idea.
had no idea. But it's important to mention, I think, was it a week before, a few days before, that Pastor had already spoken to you?
No, that was.
Or was it in the same week?
The same. Yeah, it was in this. Hold on, I'm getting confused.
I believe it was in the same week
Yeah, it was in the same week.
that
Pastor's-
Pastor had already spoken to her
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
regarding me, but
Yeah.
I had no
and
idea.
he had no idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
okay.
no
Yeah.
idea. But she already was told about, oh, what do you think of Matthew? Da, 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 da. Are you willing?
Yeah.
So
And
she
when-
knew, but I didn't know.
When was finally the great moment that you could
Do
see
you wanna?
each other
Yeah.
and talk?
I'll let her.
So this was after the love therapy. So that you had that conversation with Bishop on the Wednesday, and then the next day was love therapy on Thursday.
Yeah.
And so Pastor had even messaged me that day. Today's the day you're gonna meet. Matthew.
We get very excited also with these love stories.
And then yeah, so after the love therapy, you approached me.
Yeah, so pastor spoke to us and look, you guys already know what this is about.
Yes.
So, and then he just basically left us there. So I had to do my thing.
Yeah.
Your turn now.
So I had to do my
Deal
thing.
with
What you're
it.
supposed to
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
So we spoke for the very first time,
Yeah.
which was nice, and obviously exchanged contact, and then we started talking.
What did catch your attention in her the most?
What, prior or when we
When you
started
start
talking?
talking, that you look at her, although you had already the certainty, but
Yeah.
there was something that you've seen in your I say wife because she's wife today, but at the time
100%.
was-
So the first thing, obviously, beside being, knowing that she's a woman of God, it was her discretion. She wasn't out there like that, even in the way that she conducted herself. So I could see that the way that she dresses as well, that's important, because I observed these things. She was, discreet in her conduct, and obviously the fact that she was also willing to let God's will to be done, because we've never met. And I said, let your will be done, even though I had the sentence, I don't know her, and she did the same thing, basically.
Yeah, and in your case.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that I really admired about him was his faith and trust in God. That was something that really caught my attention while speaking to him, getting to know him, that he had a total dependence on God. And I knew that with the sort of relationship that he had with God, that he was going to be able to take care of me. So that was something that I really, really admired.
So
in him.
from that Thursday to the day of your wedding, what is the length of time?
It was
More or less.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
So in 2 years you were already getting married.
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
This was literally 2021.
21. So 4
4 years.
years
He
now.
was here in Finsbury Park. Look
Yeah.
how
Yeah, some
beautiful.
pictures
Oh, wow.
over
Didn't
there.
lose.
Huh?
Yeah.
Some pictures over there. Today you are happily married. God brought you together. Today you have the privilege of helping others also. I would like you to talk. I forgot to say, people, that they have the opportunity quickly, if you have something to ask to pastor and his wife, send here the question. I will choose one for each. So I will choose. So if you want to ask, if there was something that caught your attention, or something that you want to clarify, something that can help you, send us here a question, and we are going to ask them. And when did you propose, or when was decided that you would get married?
This was in 2021. This was after we dated, but then there was some little setbacks, which I'm not gonna go into details.
Yeah.
But God's will was done anyway. And it was about what? It was around May. May. That's when I proposed. Was it May? Proposed to her. That's when we got told that we was gonna get married.
Okay.
May 2021.
Well, there are people listening. You were the first ones that are coming here who did not mention any kind of what is the name, misconceptions of the love therapy. I don't know if you had it,
Okay.
but all of them, I think, with no exception, they all came here saying they would have a misinterpretation of what the love therapy was all about. Was this happening with you? Because
Not
you
my
did
case.
not mention.
Not
Always
my
open.
case.
They
Yeah.
were very well
Yeah.
behaved.
No, seriously, because like I said, I took my love life very seriously. So
You were
I was investing. I had that vision. Even when I would see friends in the church doing their thing, messing up, I was focused. I knew what I wanted.
But I do remember having a bit of a resistance coming to the love therapy at the very beginning, because I was very spiritualized focused. But it wasn't for very long, and then once I
You
started,
understood.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have already here two questions. One for you. How has the period of adaptation been as a couple? Is Diana from Hammersmith asking. How has the period of adaptation been as a couple? And one for you, Miss. If you had a challenging moment in your marriage, how were you able to work and fight against the situation? Think about it while he's answering.
Right. Yeah, to be fair, we didn't have any sort of I would say hard challenge for us to adapt. It was, I don't want to say easy, but there was some, disagreements here and there, but we didn't have anything because we got along quite well in a way, so we understood each other. Even though there's been, disagreement here and there, but I would say it
But
went
I
well.
can see here the result of the love therapy that was done for
Exactly, because
12
we
years.
were learning. We were learning prior.
Bulletproof marriage, yes, it's true. And in your case? Your question, please.
About
I'm sorry.
challenges.
Yeah.
I guess I could share that when we went to Cardiff, it was just me and him there. And also in Ilford, it was just me and him. So I was his wife, but also his auxiliary. So I guess
it can be a little bit challenging.
Yes, and he has his way of doing certain things and the way he thinks, and then having to kind of meet up to that standard, if that makes any sense. So I think that would probably be one of the challenges.
I think what she's talking about would be like, for example, I would expect her to be like an auxiliary, but she's a female.
Literally.
It's your wife.
Exactly. So, but I had that expectation.
Sound system.
So to be that. So what I was taught, I was expecting her to already know.
But I did okay, didn't I?
Yeah, she did. But it was wrong of me to think that way because she was my wife, so she wasn't.
Yeah, it was literally everything.
That's very true.
But it was good for us. Like,
okay,
we grew, we developed. Yeah, it was good for us.
Listen,
It brought you together.
Yeah.
100%.
for us, because we it's already 43. I have
Wow.
Brian looking at me. Huh? And,
We're gonna be fired.
I want you to look at this camera.
Right.
I always ask this to our guests because at this moment, for sure, there's people. Maybe they are not 16 or 17 as you were, but they are coming from a family who is fighting, who the environment is not the best one. So, as a man and as a youth, because you were a youth at that time, I would like you to tell them what your advice is.
Well, first and foremost, my advice would be for this person, if they're already in church, they're already coming to the church, they need to now understand that situation doesn't have to stay that way, that there's hope, that the situation can change. Because I remember I used to look at my family and I would think, my God, is this ever going to change? But God was able to come through and he started doing the change, which started obviously with my parents. But there needs to be that humbleness as well to recognize that one must seek help and they need to fight for their situation to change. And this will happen through the love therapy. When we come to the love therapy, Pastor, it's not just for us to come looking for love, it's for us to fight as well for our families, to learn and understand that things are going to happen or change by faith. This person needs to use the element of faith as well.
Yeah, it's very, very important. That's why we have, and for those who are watching the program, don't forget, tomorrow we are going to have the love therapy at 8 p.m. Well, in your case, I would like you to talk with the women. Maybe they are young as you were at the time. Maybe they are older, but they still suffer with the same traumas, with the same ideas. They don't look. They look at themselves. They are not also picturing themselves getting married, being happy in this area. What would be your advice to them?
Well, my advice would be that the fact that you're watching this program is God calling you. Is God saying to you that He has chosen you. It doesn't matter what you have gone through, what you have been through, but everything that's happened in your life up until this day, God wants to make a complete transformation through everything that you've been through. So take the opportunity that you are now listening to what God is saying to you through this program, and begin to start making steps for you to have that new life that God already has planned for you.
Well, thank you very much
our
for you
pleasure.
to join us here today. And Andrea, with all the couples that we are having here, we are taking and learning so many things, and learning with the experiences of them all, and helping those who are watching us today, and maybe they will be watching later on YouTube. Well, we have here a question that I cannot ask now them, but we can answer this question tomorrow. How do you know when you are ready to go on the love walk?
Oh, that one is a good one. Brian,
We
can
have
you
a
please
list.
screenshot that?
Can you
that
screenshot
question
and tomorrow
forward?
we can use it after the love therapy. Andrea, we cannot take too much long, and we want to invite everyone to join us. Love therapy 8 p.m. here in our headquarters. If you are in London, you have to be here. If you are outside London, you can go to one of our branches, and the service will be broadcasted in our branches outside London.
We have more people connected. We don't have time, but thank you all for being there. And for sure, you are happy with this testimony, as we also are. And one thing that caught my attention, his father was considered a monster. Now he is a man of God. The parents are serving God. He is a man of God. And Toya, the testimony, she was abused. She went through a lot in her love life, and now she's here, a living testimony. It doesn't matter how far, how distant you are from happiness, from the presence of God. Don't give up on yourself, because your life story will become a testimony and will help so many people.
And we know, because we deal with Mr. Ignatius, you are not a monster, Mr. Ignatius.
You are not such a nice gentleman.
Well, may God bless you all. Once again, you learned that there are no impossibles, that you can turn around in this situation, no matter what your problem or your situation, no matter how complicated it was, there's always a way out. May God bless you all. See you tomorrow in the love therapy. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm up here where it's hot, I can see